The summer selling season seems to be off to a pretty good start. There was a report out earlier this week that showed consumer sentiment improving. What's your thought on the housing recovery process so far?
Well, we think there is an inflection point. We're not sure that it's necessarily the bottom, the absolute bottom, but clearly we're either at or close to the bottom, and we're seeing good movement of inventory, good new home sales, that the expectation is that the market is coming back.
You talk about a holistic approach with regards to housing financing. What do you mean by that?
Holistic approach is just, there's a lot of piecemeal programs right now. One of my favorite examples is you've got risk retention rules on one side, somewhat discouraging securitization, making it more costly. On the other side, you've got some people in Congress saying they want to eliminate the GSEs, have no guarantee whatsoever. Those two things would be in clear conflict. You need capital to come into the sector, and you can't have both of those programs. So you need to decide where you want to go and then how you want to get there.
So the election will definitely have an impact on what happens with the GSEs. What do you think will happen?
Well, I think post-election, you're going to see a lot more discussion about housing. There's been a lot of delay up until now, and our expectation is 2013 is the year they're going to look at the GSEs, they're going to pick a plan. If you look at the HUD Treasurer report from a year or so ago, the plan then, there were 3 different paths to go down. We are supportive of what we call door number 3, which has some government guarantee with private capital in front of it so that you have taxpayers protected and yet adequate capital supporting the sector.
So do you think that we're going to really need clarity on these topics before the housing market can really see any sort of momentum?
Clarity is important. Investors want to know where they stand. Borrowers want to know where they stand. So nobody wants to borrow a lot of money on a house, put down a big down payment, and then find out the market's still going down. Likewise, investors want to know where they stand. Is a first lien real first lien, or is it become a first loss? What is their protection in the event of a decline or a problem? Transparency throughout the process, from what I call the front end, a borrower walking in the door and taking out a loan, right through the back end of securitization and what information is available to investors.
So housing will be an evolving story as we continue through this year and probably the next few.
This market is
stock picker's market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going to